Following is a class on the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya-Lila, Volume 8, Chapter 20, Text 100, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on July 5th, 1976, in Washington, D.C.
I know what is beneficial for me and what is detrimental. Nonetheless, in ordinary dealings, people consider me a learned scholar, but I am also thinking of myself as such.
আপনার হিতাহিত কিছুই না জানি, গ্রাম্য ব্যবহারে পণ্ডিত তাই সত্যবাণী। So, in India, still a Brahman is called Pandit, Panditji. Just like you know, our Prime Minister was Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. He happened to be a Saraswat Brahmin. Sanatana Goswami is also a Saraswat Brahmin by caste. But he has placed himself नीच जाति, नीच संगी पतित अधम, विषय कूपे पड़ी वहीं में। He could understand that these people call me Pandit. Pandit means one who knows everything. The ultimate Pandit is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. Pandita Samadarshina. Pandit means he sees every living entity on the equal level. That is real Pandit. Panditas Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Suni Cheta Sapate Cha Pandita Samadarshina. He is really Pandit. That is spiritually. And materially Pandit, that is also mentioned by Chanakya Pandit, his moral instruction. He gives description of a Pandit, Matrimat Paradareshu, Paradabeshu, Lostavav, Atavat Sarvabhuteshu, Japasyati, Sa Pandita. He never said that anyone who has passed in MA degree, a PhD degree, he is Pandit. No. The taste of Pandit is here from moral instruction. That anyone who sees all other women except his wife as mother, he is Pandit. This is the test. Madhrivat Paradareshu and Paradabeshu, others' property as garbage in the street. Nobody touches. And Atavat Sarvabhuteshu, and treat everyone as his own self. If anyone has learned these three things, then he is Pandit. And spiritually, when one sees that all living entities may be in different types of bodies, he is spirit soul, part and parcel of God, then he is Pandit. Brahma bhuta prasannatma na sochati na kankati sama sarveshu bhuteshu madbhakti ravati para. So, these are Vedic instructions. And Sanatana Goswami, although he was minister in Mahavedian government, Nawab Hussain Shah, but in touch with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to his knowledge. The Gramya Vyavahare Kahe Pandit. Actually, I am not Pandit, but in village, in ordinary common sense, because I happen to be a Brahmana, they call me Pandit. I also accept as Pandit. But my real position is that I am such a pandit, such a learned man, that I do not know what is good for me. This is my position. He is submitting to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his Guru. Why Guru is necessary? Tadvijnanatham. When we are perplexed that I do not know what is my actually goal of life, what is beneficial for me. Just like Arjuna did when he was talking with Krishna on equal terms, two friends, but when he saw that the actual solution is not coming, then he submitted himself to Krishna, that Krishna, now we are not friends. We are friends, but treat me as your disciple. Sishasteham sadhiman prapanyam. So, make me pandit. I am talking all foolishly. I am Kshatriya, it is my duty to fight, and I am denying it. I know that I am deviating from my duties. So, how it has happened, what is the cause? So kindly, Shishasthe, I am submitting myself before you as your student. Sadhiman prapannam, I am surrendering. So one has to learn the philosophy of life from the person superior, spiritual master. Tadvijnanatham sa gurumeva abhigache. Do not remain pata that I am all learned, I know everything. That is false. One has to submit. In order to know the solution of life, we have to submit to the proper spiritual master. That is essential. Tadvijnanatham sa gurumeva abhigache. This is Vedic injunction. This abhigache, this word is used when it is meant must. There is no escape. We have seen big personalities, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is Krishna himself, but he accepted Ishwarpuri as his Guru. Krishna, he also accepted his Guru as Sandipuni Muni. Lord Ramchandra, he accepted his Guru as Vasishtha. So it is necessary. Krishna, Ram, they are supreme personality of Godhead. They are the supreme instructor, full of knowledge, everything. Vaisajyasya samagrasya vidyasya. There is nothing short, but still to show us example, they accepted Guru. That is essential. So here, Sanatana Goswami, he is also born in a very well-to-do Brahmin family. You are well situated as minister in charge of the government of Hussain Shah. So everything was quite all right. And still he thought himself as Neech Jati. Neech Jati, Neech Sangi. What is it? Yes, Neech Jati, Neech Sangi, Potita Alhom, Kubishaya Kupe Puri Mayenu Jano. If we remain papta, that I am born in such and such family, I am educated such and such, and I am posted in such and such post, so now my life is successful. That is false. Life is successful when we understand that here it is said, Apunar hitahi kichui na jani. When we understand what is the goal of life, then life is. not the temporary position. I am getting good salary and very nicely posted, I have got good family and so on. So no, one must know the goal of life. The goal of life is that we are fallen in this material world somehow or other. As Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Anadi karama phale pori bhavan navajoy. Now when a man is fallen in the ocean or in the water, he is asking help, you cannot say that, how did you fall? What was the cause? So that we shall discuss later on. First of all, save him. That is the immediate necessity. There is no, sometimes we are questioned that how a living entity fallen in this material world. Yes, that is also stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Ichchadesha samuthena sargijam parantava. Ichchadesha. Actually, we are servant of God. That is our real position. But we sometimes become envious. So why shall I become servant of God? This is slave mentality. Sometimes we are accused, the Vaishnavas are of slave mentality because they want to serve God. And the Mahabharata is the thing that we are so exalted that I am as good as God, I am God. That is there. But actually nobody is God here, everyone is servant. He is simply falsely thinking that he is God, he is master, he is this or that. He have got very nice example in the life of Mr. Nixon. You are thinking that he has everything, I am the president. But now what is his position? You can understand. So similarly everyone, nobody is master. The master is Krishna. That is stated in the Srimad Chaitanya Charitamrita. Ekola Ishwar Krishna Arasa Bhrit. The master is there, that is Krishna. And everyone is servant. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches that Jiver Swarup hoy Nitya Krishna Das. We living entities, we are eternally servant of God. Krishna means God, one who attracts everyone. That is Krishna. And Krishna is God accepted by everyone. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Krishna to Bhagavan Swayam. These are the Vedic evidences. So, actually nobody can be master. Everyone is servant. Either we are servant of God or we are servant of dog. Yes. Nobody can be master. If anyone has no master, then he keeps a pet dog to become a servant. That is nature, we can see. One is servant of his wife, one is servant of his pet or government service or this service. Nobody can claim that I am the master. That is not possible. That is also temporary. So actually, this is the position of all living entities. Everyone is servant. But in the material sense, he is servant of Maya, servant of senses. Servant of Maya means servant of senses. And spiritual life means, instead of becoming servant of Maya or servant of senses, we become servant of Krishna or God. That is, servant we shall remain. We have to change the position. And if we become servant of God, then we become happy. And if we remain servant of dog or Maya, then we remain not. This is. We have to change the position. Kamadinam kutidhana kutidha palita dunnidesa. Tesanamayina karuna jata nattapano pusanti. One intelligent Brahmin, he is offering, my Lord, I have become servant of so many senses, but neither the senses are satisfied, neither I am satisfied. This is the result of my service. Therefore, now I have got my intelligence that I want to become your servant. This is intelligence. So I have experienced that I became a servant of my family, servant of my society, servant of my country, and so on, but nobody, either my so-called master was satisfied, neither I was satisfied. We see practical examples, there are many examples in our country. Mahatma Gandhi, he dedicated his life for the service of the country. Nobody can doubt about his service, but what is the result? His master killed him. He worked for his country. He took the country as his master and he worked so hard and his countrymen killed him. We should take lesson from this, that you cannot satisfy in this material world by becoming servant of your family or community, society, nation. No, it is not possible. You can satisfy very easily Krishna by little service. By little service. Salpamabhyasya dharmasya trayati mahato vaya. So, this is intelligence. How to become a servant of Krishna. That is the perfection of life. Mukti, that means mukti. Mukti does not mean he will get 4 hands and 8 heads, no. Mukti means, as it is defined in the Srimad-Bhagavatam, mukti hityannatha rupam sarupena avastiti. That is sarupena, legally, constitutionally, I am servant of God, of Krishna. Now I have become servant of dog and Maya. So if I give up this service and again become servant of, that is mukti. That is mukti. Mukti hitta annatha rupa. We are trying to become, here Maya means which is not, Maya. We are, every one of us, we are thinking I am master. I am the monarch of all I survey. There is a poetry in it. Everyone is thinking, I make my flag, I make my survey, and I become king. But that is Maya. You cannot become king. You are already servant of Maya. Prakita kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasa. Ahankara vimuratma katraham miti mannate. Everyone is under the clutches of this material law. We cannot violate even an inch. And still the rascal, ahankara vimurat, by false prestige, is thinking that I am the master. I was asking this morning that what is this independence meaning? Actually, where is independence? This independence has it in meaning. If you are completely under the rules and regulation of the material nature, what is the meaning of this independence? So those who are pandit, they do not take it as independence. They do not take it. Therefore Chaitanya Sanatana Goswami said, Apunar hitai kichu nahi. I do not know what is independence. I am dancing like dog, independence. Therefore he said, Apunar hitai kichu nahi. How independence I can get? That I do not know. Real independence is, as Krishna puts in the Bhagavad Gita, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Dosanu Darshanam. One who is intelligent will see that my real problem is Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, birth, death, old age and disease. So when we get free from these four problems, that is real independence. Otherwise there is no independence. I may dance with independence, but any moment I shall have to leave my country, my society, my friends, my family, any moment. Get out immediately. No independence. That is my position. So that is intelligence. So in order to know all these problems of life, that's very Arjuna submitted. Anyone has to submit. One has to. Tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva gacche. So Sanatana Goswami is teaching us by his personal behavior how to approach the bona fide spiritual master and submit before him and putting himself pranipad, blank. Not that I know something and what my spiritual master can teach, I know everything, there is no need of spiritual master. No, this will spoil our life. The Vedic injunction is that you must have not the so-called guru, but that is also given designation. Tasmad gurum prapaddita jigyasu se uttamam sabdi pareta nisnatam brahmani upasamasayam. That is the symptoms of guru. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, because we are discussing Chaitanya Charitamrita, he says that you become, all of you will become guru. He said. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. He said, Bharat bhumite manusya janma haila ja, janma sarthak kari karo parobaka. This is Indian mission. Parobaka, not exploit others, to give something. That is Indian mission. That is Indian mission, that he has to give something. He has nothing to take. He has to give something. And what is that? That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches that Hamara Gai Guru Haiya Taro Eides. Even if he cannot deliver the whole world or very expansive area, at least wherever you are, you just deliver. Hamara Gai Guru Haiya Taro Eides. You become a guru by my order. So one may say that I have no qualifications. How can I become guru, or how can I deliver these fallen persons? So Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, don't be disappointed. Hamara gai guru haiya taro ei dekh, jare dakho tare kaho, Krishna upade. Simply, as messenger, as peon, to simply carry the messages of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna upade. Then you become good. Then you become good. It is not difficult. It is the duty of every Indian not to forget their culture, but bring that culture here, wherever you are living, and behave yourself to that culture and teach others. That is Indian mission. Thank you very much.
Mr. Downing, any questions you'd like to ask you about life?
Well, I just have one thing. You stated about Gandhi, and we respected he was really a great leader of ours. But when you stated one point in your lecture, this thing that the Gandhi mostly was a servant of the country. But in India, during that period, I didn't see other religious people or the great leaders of India fighting for the country, and he is the one.
That is admitted. Why you are bringing that question? I mean to say that Gandhi gave the best service to him, but your country is so ungrateful that he killed him. That is my point. So the point is that the best service you can give, but you cannot satisfy everyone. That is material.
My question was this thing, that at some point you have to be, with the servant of the God, you will have to be a servant of your family or of your country or something to serve.
Well, that I am already explaining, that Amar Aggai Guru Haiya Tarai, wherever you are, you deliver them. That is service. That is service. Wherever you are, either you are in the family or in the community or in the country or anywhere, you simply give them service, deliver them. Without service, how you can deliver them? And you haven't got to discover anything or make research. So what is already there, Krishna over there, you teach them, that's all. He will be delivered. He will be delivered, he will be delivered. It is not at all difficult. Not that I have to manufacture some transcendental means. No. The already instruction is there. Krishna Upada. Jare dakho tare kaho Krishna Upada. Then you deliver yourself, you deliver others also. That is the mission. So what we are doing, we are not discovering anything. We are simply presenting Bhagavad Gita as it is. That's all. Krishna said, Manmana bhavamad bhakta madhyadi mang namaskuru. We are teaching all over the world the same thing, that here is Krishna. You always think of him. You just offer your obeisances. You just become a devotee of Krishna. Manmana bhavamad bhakta madhyadi, worship. So we are teaching. So there is no discovery. It is already there. So that we are carrying simply. Jare dakho tare kaho Krishna. Krishna says, Manmana bhavamad bhakta madhyadi manganamasku. Don't interpret. There is no need of interpretation. Then there is no authority of Bhagavad Gita. If I am a third-class man, if I interpret Bhagavad Gita, then Bhagavad Gita has no authority. Bhagavad Gita should be preached as it is. Then to become Guru, you can deliver others. This is the point. Hare Krishna.
Sir Prabhupada, sometimes when we go preaching, people will not want to take Krishna consciousness. Sometimes they actually...
So if you want to take, then where is the question of preaching? Because they do not want to take, you have to preach. Otherwise, where is the necessity of preaching? You have to prepare yourself in such a way that nobody is dying for your Krishna consciousness. But you have to convince him that your life is spoiled without Krishna consciousness. That is your capacity.
That they've had some revelation or some experience that is assuring them of eternal life. And so they are not very open to hear about Krishna. And they...
So if they are not open to hear about Krishna, don't waste your time. The simple thing, there are four things. For a preacher, there are four things. Ishara tadadhuneshu balisheshu disassucha prema maitri kripopekha jakarati samadbhava. When in the lower stage of devotional service, he cannot become preacher. When he is in little upper, second stage, he can become preacher. The preacher has to see four things. First of all, God, Ishara, and Tadadhineshu, and those are devotees. God, his devotees, and Balis, innocent. He does not know anything about the three. God, devotee, and the innocent. And disorder, and envious, atheist class. He has to see four things. And he has to deal with four persons differently. With God, he shall praying how to advance my love for God. This dealing. Prema Maitri, and to the devotees we have to make friendship with them. Prema Maitri. And to the innocent we have to preach. Kripa. Or here is an innocent person. He does not know. He is eager to learn. Their teachings. Teaching, you cannot teach God, or you cannot teach God's devotee. But you can teach only the innocent, and those who are vishak, atheists, upekha, don't go there. Save yourself. These are the four things. So when one is not open to hear, then don't bother yourself. That requires very strong preacher to convince the atheist class, provided he is reasonable also. If he is stubborn, obstinate, then it is also very difficult. But preaching is meant innocent, that one is actually sincere, but he does not know what is God, what is my relationship with God. There is necessity of preaching. Not to the envious, or those who are already advanced, or to God. This is it. Boliye.
As you are giving us a very simple process which is has been confirmed by Vedic literature and everyone, all other literature scriptures of the world. But still, there is a lot of resistance in Indian community. Why? And because as they are exposed to Krishna from their birth, still there is a lot of resistance. Nobody wants to do that.
Because they have become Barasab. Especially in the foreign countries, they become Barasab. So that is the misfortune of India, that giving up their own culture and being misguided. So if they actually feel that they must maintain their own culture, then it is not difficult. It is the duty of every Indian, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, that Bharat Bhumite Manusya Janma Hailo Ja, Janma Sarthak Kari, Paroparopoka. If that mentality is developed, that in India we are born, we have got the greatest culture recognized by all the world. So I must make my life successful by taking this culture and distribute it to the whole world. That is real Indian culture. If they are thinking that their poverty is taken, because they have given their own culture. Their poverty is taken. Otherwise there is no question of poverty is taken. So anyway, this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message, that every Indian should take advantage of the great culture, Vedic culture, and make his life successful. And after acquiring mature knowledge, he should distribute the knowledge throughout the whole world. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By preaching, if you preach, then you will meet with so many obstacles, and you have to prepare yourself how to meet the obstacles. Then you become strong preacher. Resistance. There is no difficulty, but if there is difficulty, atheist class are men, it is very difficult. So take the innocent, those who are actually eager to know. Everyone should be, that is the human life, Athata Brahma Jignasa, that is human civilization. Everyone should be inquisitive to know about the absolute truth, Brahma. But education is different. Nowadays people are interested with hammer, how to play on hammer, that's all, technology. There is no question of Brahma. Let Brahma go to hell, now take out the hammer. The Russian emblem, hammer and sea, that's all. Yes.
Prabhupada, the basic confusion is that the Mayavadis take Bhagavad Gita, they can recite the same Sanskrit words and interpret it in their way and convince someone that the ultimate Brahman is impersonal and the seven Brahman, Krishna is only a technique.
That means
The first step.
that means they misinterpret and they misguide. So people should be intelligent enough that they are impersonalist, but Bhagavad Gita means Krishna, the person who is teaching, very impersonal. But nobody has any common sense that Krishna says, Aham Adihi Bhutana, Aham Sarvasya Prabhava. This Aham is person. So, how he can be impersonal? And he is talking personally with Arjuna. So how is impersonal? Can the air talk with him? Air is impersonal, sky is impersonal. Can he talk with him? What do you think? He sometimes talks. So, we should have common sense. Then what is the question of? And Krishna says in the second chapter that, my dear Arjuna, both you, me, and all these soldiers and kings who are assembled here, we existed in the past, we are now existing, and we shall continue to exist in the future. So, three things, first person, second person, and third person. I am first person, you are second person, and all others third person. So they existed individually in the past, they are existing now, and they will continue to exist like that. Then where is impersonal? There are three things, three different phases, past, present and future. In all the times, if they are individual, where is impersonal? Rather, Krishna has condemned Abhaktam bhaktimapannam mannate ma vabuddha. Those who are rascals, they think Abhaktam impersonal. Now he has become person. Abhaktam bhaktimapannam mannate ma. Ma means individual person. Vabuddha. He has no intelligence. So how he can be impersonal? So we have to take the words of Bhagavad Gita and then we understand why we should be misled by these so-called interpreters.
They say that if you develop pure love of Krishna, then you see only Krishna. Your own personality is...
But anyway, but Krishna, if you think of Krishna, the Krishna person, he is not impersonal.
No, but then they say that is terrible.
And they say that if you think of Krishna, Krishna is a person. So you have to begin with person.
But they also say one can go directly to Brahma.
So never says Krishna, never says in the Bhagavad Gita.
This is my basic confusion.
Confusion, how you should be confused? Where is Krishna says? The basic is impersonal. Krishna is teaching personally, where is impersonal? Why you should be misled unless you are also one of them? Krishna is always person. He is always speaking, Aham, Sarvadharman Paritha, Mam Ekam Saranati. Person. Aham Madhirhi Devana. Matta Parataram Nanya, Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. Matta. This Aham Sabda is used. So they misinterpret just to mislead people. Therefore, whole India has become godless. This is the misfortune of India. On account of these impersonalists, Mayavadis, India is now godless. Very difficult for you. So don't be misled by these rascals. Take real Bhagavad Gita as it is. Then you'll be very. That's all.